brother of the Las Vegas shooter, Stephen Paddock, spoke to reporters just moments ago in Orlando. A word of caution: we understand there is some adult language being used here. Let's listen in.
Someone texted me. The first thing is thank you. Whoever texted me is my truck. So, someone texted me. I don't know who, Reuters or somebody texted me. Thank you. That with an update that I didn't have because I took my mom to the doctor.
How's your mom
Supposedly, Steve. I'm sorry.
How's your mom doing?
She's okay. I mean, do you want that kind of background? Oh, real quick about my mom. My mom was born in the Depression. She's had a tough life. Her husband was an asshole, a total asshole. He ran off, left her with 4 kids. She raised 4 kids on a secretary salary in the 60s and 70s. And some of us weren't real good kids. I mean, you guys are probably going to investigate me. I wasn't a wonderful human being when I was a kid. We were bad kids, okay? That's, at some level. We were troublesome kids. We grew up poor on the side of the freeway in the San Fernando Valley in California. I don't want to go too much into this, but how we were formed. We're just people. My mom has had a tough life, and here's where it goes in, where branches into Steve, the Steve that we knew. Steve made my mom wealthy. He's the reason why he's not the only reason. She did this herself, a lot of it, okay? But he helped make her retirement very comfortable. He's the reason she's very, very comfortable right now. She wouldn't have been as comfortable because you don't make much money as a secretary in the 70s, raising 4 kids. Okay? Steve is the reason that she has substantial funds right now and is comfortable. That's the Steve I know. Okay? Now the other thing is someone said that that Steve transferred $100,000. Ooh, $100,000. We're wealthy people. $100,000 isn't that much money, and I'm sorry if that hurts people or something, but $100,000 isn't that huge amount of money. He gambled that much through a machine in hours. I mean, once again, you need to understand. That's what people need to understand, the level where some people live. I guess everybody thinks that everybody works at Taco Bell or something. Everybody doesn't work at Taco Bell. There's wealthy people who do this. If you're going to condemn Steve for being a high-stakes gambler, the hotels are not going to be very happy with you. Go find everybody and interview them who has a card. If you're going to call Steve crazy for gambling the way he gambles, go find everybody at the hotels who have the hotels tell you, everybody who's got a gold, he's got the highest level of membership card at a lot of these hotels. If these hotels say they don't know Steve, they're lying.
But would that transfer indicate some sort of forethought, you think, maybe? Or did he routinely send her money of
my mom? Or Mary Ann? Mary Lou? I'm sorry. Okay. Steve took care of the people he loved. He helped make me and my family wealthy. I mean, he's the reason I was able to retire 3 years ago when I got really burnt out doing the job I did. I mean, this is the Steve we know. We knew. The people he loved, he took care of. He didn't have a lot of friends. He was a private person. There's a story about that he kept his windows, his shades closed, and he didn't talk to me for the first 3 times he saw me walking in the neighborhood. Wow. That makes him really weird, doesn't it? He was a private guy. That's why you can't find out anything about him. That's why there's no pictures. Is he such a weirdo because he didn't have a Facebook page and posted 50,000 damn pictures of himself every day? Who's weird?
Can you sympathize that people are maybe grasping for any sort of explanation?
Believe me, I sympathize with everybody who's grasping. Who on this planet do you think is grasping for this understanding more than me? okay? I mean, once again, my heart goes out. My son called me today and he cried on the face. He's just crushed by this. And it has nothing to do with him. Nothing. But he's just totally crushed by this. And this is why I'm not a crying kind of guy. I'm an old school kind of guy. My wife stayed home and raised my kids. I went out and earned the money. I'm an old school kind of guy. I'm the guy who takes care of everybody else. This crying thing is not my normal gig. Okay? I can't even process this yet, really. I mean, it's just started. I woke up this morning crying. It's like, okay, today it's being noticed. Now, back to Steve. Enough about me. I was right about, I guess, that he's, hopefully more being proved that, of course, Steve did this all by him. This is 100% Steve did this by himself. People can't seem to cope with that either. But Steve was a highly intelligent, highly successful person. He could have done anything he wanted to do. And he did. He made himself wealthy. He made us wealthy. He was a very successful person. He gambled for 20 plus years successfully. It's like a job to him. He did it mathematically. He did it because it was a way to have a fun life and he didn't go poor doing it. Now that may have changed. I don't know. The hotels know. They know whether he lost money or something because he never would have gambled for a second without putting the card in. Because you don't get your points and stuff if you don't have your card in the machine. You don't get your comps.
But still no clue as to why he would do something like
No
this.
clue whatsoever. Here's the clue for the day. Someone says he transferred $100,000 to the Philippines. Mary Lou is, they say she's Australian, I guess, but at the base she's Filipino, I believe. She's Filipino. I think because she might have, but she has a lot of relatives. They've been to the Philippines multiple times. She has relatives. She went there to visit her family, and he went there and surprised her by showing up there. He loved Mary. He loved/loves Mary Lou. Even if they broke up for some reason or something, we find out, and that I don't know. Would he have told me that? Maybe not yet. That kind of thing. That's the. They make jokes about the guys on the golf course who, golf for 3 hours, and the wife asks him afterwards, what's happening with his wife? He didn't talk about his wife. These are people who meet on the golf course every week. Okay, so, and people joked at me about that I didn't know whether Steve was married or not. Steve did anything he wanted to do whenever he wanted to do it. He was an independently wealthy, no ties attached guy. If he wanted to get on a plane and go to Japan and have sushi tomorrow, he did that. Now, he probably tried to get the casino to pay for it by saying he was going to go to a casino there or something. But this will all come out if the casinos aren't lying. They comped him. He got lots of money in comps. To have him gamble with them, they would comp him for lots, okay? So the $100,000 for Mary Lou, and it's what I sent back, I'll just try to say what I said before. That's the Steve I know. That's something that makes sense. Steve would have wanted to take care of Mary Lou. Now, this is I may be wrong for the day because I haven't talked to Mary Lou. We're not gonna chase her. When she wants, if and when she wants to talk to us, we're here. But, I don't know what the situation is because maybe Steve wouldn't have told me if they broke up because that's just the kind of, and for Steve, breaking up is a fungible thing because he still knows and hangs out with occasionally and talks to and, that kind of stuff, his previous relationship people. There's no, it's not like he hates them when he breaks up with them kind of thing. From the experience.
Eric, given what you know about your brother, what are the types of clues that you think will reveal why he did this?
There are no types of clues. That's the problem. The clue that reveals Steve is that he transferred $100,000 to the Philippines to take care of Mary Lou, and you guys think he's an evil genius. How can you not think that it's very easy that he manipulated Mary Lou? Mary Lou's a smart lady. I'm not saying, but he could have the reason they found this stuff in the Mesquite house, he could have very easily not gone. He had multiple houses, and a bunch of the hotels, not any hotel, but many of the hotels, he walks in and says, give me a room. They give him a room for a week.
Do you feel manipulated? Do you feel by Steve? Do you feel
Not in any way, shape, or form, because once again, the Steve I knew. Here, okay, Steve's